Pure honey. Honey ain't getting no money, she ain't really on nothing, she ain't got no goals. Yeah, she ain't worried about Isaiah. Nikki thinks she player, she ain't really turning up in no shows. She ain't really from the Ville, but she claim Westchester. What school she go to? Holland Heights, my stomping grounds, little nigga. I'm a boss, big dog, just worry about you. You copying me, but love, I did not get it right. If it's admiration you have for me, we'll be alright. Sometimes when I'm alone in disbelief, I write. Yeah, and if I'm arguing with you, it don't mean that I'm trying to be right. Nah, I did what they said I can't do. Nappy hair in a knot, nigga band too. Quick to set the ambiance with a candle. Need a man to treat me like a bike, baby handle. Doing it for the long run, but I'm not ran through. Fuck with me and it could be a gamble. But if you don't let them know, then they won't understand you. I'm your host, Pure Honey, and I'm here with Tony Carpenter.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain.
Tell everybody where you from and what you do.
Originally, I'm from a city called Kankakee, Illinois, but I've been in Nashville for a long time. Singer, songwriter, now producer, audio engineer. I got everything under my belt now.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that just threw my whole little dialogue off right there. Okay, so engineer, producer.
Yep.
Talk about that.
Well, the crazy part about it, I've been producing. I just didn't know I was producing.
Okay.
So if you come up with any type of sound in your head and you go to somebody that normally produces and you give them that sound and they create that sound, you know what I'm saying? They make that sound, you actually created it. So therefore you are a producer.
Okay.
But now thanks to AI, I'm actually dibbling dabbling with my own hands too
Really?
now. But yeah.
How's that been working out?
Good. I'm pretty much, my project pretty much done, you know.
We can hold off on that
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay.
We're going to get to it. Okay, so my first question for you. What is the most tragic moment of your life?
The most tragic moment of my life? I say when I got into a car accident back in 2000 and I think that was 18 or something like that. That's when I met Method Man. Method Man pulled me out of my car.
Really?
Yeah. Wu-Tang Clan had a show here. I think it was Marathon Music Works. I think that was 2018 or 19. I can't remember, but it's on my Instagram. You just have to go back. But yeah, I was leaving the strip club, Deja Vu, and I had jumped on the highway, and a semi came, and you know how like you getting onto the highway, the semi tried to like, you know what I'm saying, outrun me, and they ended up hitting me, and yeah, I came to two, and Method Man was helping me out the car.
That's the last thing you remember?
What?
Was racing with the semi?
Yeah, well, I wasn't even racing. I just remember driving, and I remember seeing a semi speeding, you know what I'm saying, out my side mirror, and I'm like, thinking he gonna slow down, and yeah, next thing you know it, I heard boom. It was so fast, I didn't even know the boom was me.
Right.
So I looked, and I'm like floating in the air. So I can remember like thinking was like, dang, that's how I'm going out. Like I'm finna die. Like,
you know what? I have two things to say about that. So one is, just for the record, the truckers have the right of way because they can't switch lanes as fast as we can.
But
so
he was at a distance. Like
so
he
where
was.
he didn't have to speed up.
Yeah, he didn't have to speed up.
So
he just wanted to beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just for the record, because a lot of people think when
Yeah.
you're getting on, because everybody in that lane is supposed to get over, but for the truckers, it's different because they don't.
Yeah, it take them like, 15, 20 feet or something to stop. Yeah.
And then secondly, people don't think, I don't know, I'm not going to say they don't think, but I don't think people know that when you have a near-death situation that you do have a split second to know you're about to die. Like, you know, I had gotten a wreck turning into Old Charlie's on Bell Road, and a car was speeding coming down. I was making a left turn in there, and it was a car speeding coming down, and they T-boned me, but I just made the left, and when I saw the headlights were like already right here, I said, oh, I'm dead. That was all I had. And I was hit, and, you know, but... Yeah, so that's crazy. I'm glad you made it. So you were flying?
Yeah, my car, like, he hit me, and the car went like this. And so, I'm up, it's an underpass or whatever, and the hood, like, my car went all the way up, and then, like, I hit the wall. It went up and then went sideways. I hit the wall, and then it came back down. And when I looked at the car... like later on, like the next day type stuff, I didn't like the only thing I remember when Method Man got me, he was like, man, you blessed, and I'm tripping like Method Man, like what the hell, like what you
And you
doing
really,
here?
so you were, what's the term?
What
Lucid,
conscious?
or
Yeah, I
conscious
was
enough
conscious
to
enough
know it
to
was
but
him.
I was like a little and so and then like at a distance it was a black truck, and then some of the other members they standing outside like looking. And I remember him, he was like, man, lean against the car. He was like, yeah, because I'm like I'm over here like Method Man. He like, man, I'm trying to make sure you straight. And he was like, you blessed. We thought you was dead. You blessed. And I remember though when the car hit me, when the truck hit me, I remember boom. I remember floating, and then after that everything went black. And then I came to two, and when I came to two, I see smoke. And but when I heard the boom, I remember um like when you going through certain stuff really do slow down. I watched the glass like shatter,
Mm-hmm.
and right as it shattered, before it started to like come, I
You
put my
had
arm up,
time.
and
This is
then
so.
the glass hit my arm, and so that was the only thing that was wrong with me. My arm was bloody. Well, I had a concussion too, but my arm was bloody.
I had a wreck in the snow coming back from Alabama, and I had made it up into like Cool Springs area.
Yeah,
And I don't. It was so weird because I was going like uphill, but slowly too. Like
yeah,
I wasn't doing more than 20 because it was
yeah,
accidents like boom
yeah,
everywhere, like every half a
yeah.
mile. And so I had decided to get over into the right lane,
Mhm.
and something snatched my truck backwards.
Yeah,
Like it was no way that it
yeah,
should have been going at that speed
yeah,
backwards, but it was going so fast, and then time slowed down,
yeah,
like you said, and I
yeah.
had time enough to know that I was about to hit the wall at an angle,
Mhm.
so I knew the back would
Yeah,
hit. And then the front would swing around, and if
yeah,
it did, my window would bust out.
yeah,
So as it hit the back, I leaned over into the
yeah,
middle of my truck to avoid, and that's exactly what
yeah.
happened. The window busted. That's
Cause
crazy.
it's just like they tell you, like if with a mother, like with a woman, if your child was, they could put you underneath a car or something like that, and if your child was right there next to you, finna get hit by a car or something crazy happen, you could lift up that car. Like we have these extra things that we could do, but we only able to tap into them when tragic stuff happen. Like
Mm-hmm.
because you're not actually thinking about it, so you just do it,
Yeah.
and then afterwards you're like, "What the
How
heck
did
did
I
I?"
do
You
that?
know?
Yeah. I think we can tap into that stuff
Yeah,
though if you put enough
yeah. You
energy
gotta
into
through
it.
meditation and everything.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy. And the life actually does flash before your
yeah,
eyes too.
yeah,
I don't want to talk about what happened, but I had
yeah,
another situation
yeah,
where I almost died.
yeah,
And as I was like going out of consciousness, I was able to see my son. At that time, he was only like 3,
yeah,
but I saw him at that age.
yeah.
Then I saw him when he was about 1, and then I saw him as a newborn.
So you watched
And I
all the
think,
stages.
yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
flashes. I used to
Yeah,
think that's just something they put in
yeah,
movies, but
yeah,
no, that stuff is
yeah,
really real.
yeah.
Did you give up on R&B?
That's a good question. Um, man, I say with the whole waiting on making music now and everything, I'm blending it in there so you can still hear it in there. But as far as me giving up, I still got R&B songs I still haven't put out that I recorded like 3-4 years ago. So I say no. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding the wave of what I feel. You
Okay.
know. So yeah.
So no,
But
you
so
haven't
nah,
given up.
I haven't. I haven't. I thought about when my project I'm about to drop. I thought about putting everything on one project, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna drop this, and then when I feel like it's right, you know what I'm saying, or the pay is right, then I drop some more. I drop some R&B.
Okay.
But with your mixtape that you putting out, one of the songs, um, it's called Paranoid. I want to put that on there. That's R&B,
Okay.
and that song hard. So yeah.
Okay.
So
So you didn't give up on R&B?
nah, I ain't give
Okay,
up.
okay. What tools that artists need to be successful in their careers do you feel are missing in the music industry?
Artist
Or
development.
okay.
What was you gonna say?
I was just gonna
Uh,
rephrase the question.
yeah, artist development. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Vocal coaching, for for rappers and singers. People be thinking that you just need vocal coaching if you a singer, but nah, you will need it as a rapper too because it's all about your voice. That's why people can come out as rappers and they be hot, and then people find they not writing the lyrics, but it's like they had the voice for it. So the vocal coaching, I feel like that's a big
That's
thing.
like the biggest thing because people don't understand what all that entails.
Yeah.
And breathing
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
really big part of
Yep.
it. I only had a little bit of training years ago before I even started putting out music. But I still remember a lot of the
Yeah.
key things they taught me how to manage my breathing, and that's how I'm able to perform the same way that I record in the studio too. So yeah.
Yeah. That and just somebody in their corner good too. That's just like pushing them. Cause I used to feel like I was good. So I like people would rehearse and then go do a show. And I wouldn't rehearse and I'd do the show. And they'd be like, oh, you killed it. But I found out that, the whole thing of, the hard work outbeats talent. You know what I'm saying? When the
Okay.
talent ain't working. And now I know, like, okay, I gotta warm up. I gotta do vocal exercises. I gotta rehearse. I gotta practice. You know, when you start playing.
So
then-
what
Go ahead.
happened that made you feel like you said you thought you were killing it without rehearsing,
Yeah.
and then you realized
Yeah.
you still needed to
Yeah.
rehearse and put in the same
Um,
effort? Did something happen that you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
killing
definitely.
it, or what?
I mean, I still did good, but it's just it could have been better. So, like when I started performing in clubs, doing live stuff, you know what I'm saying, with a band and stuff like that, and then you got a guitar player or somebody, and they're not up to par because he just been at home practicing the songs by himself, and we haven't actually been in the same room practicing. And the thing about it is iron sharpens iron, so I got to give him some of my energy.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? And then I bounce off of him if he's able to feed off what I'm giving him.
interesting.
So you do all that and you go do a show and it don't go down like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm telling people to stop playing in the middle
Wow,
of a performance. You know,
really?
And now I gotta make up for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To go harder. So yeah,
I never thought about all the elements that come into play with performing with
yeah.
a live
It's
band.
it's way different. And then even with a live band too, you want for certain songs you could sing with a live band, but certain songs ad libs might really help the song, or they might be more important than what you think.
To have
And
those playing.
nah, so some clubs they don't even want the background; they just want all live. So you need background singers,
Oh, okay.
singers. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big deal. So when I did, for instance, Bon Jovi's Downtown, my player that I had, we hadn't rehearsed together. The drummer, he just got it like me, so he wasn't an issue. But the player I had, and then also I needed some backup singers, and I didn't have that, so I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the performance could have been better because when I watched
you had
other,
'em.
yeah, had I had it, but I watched other people get up there and it's like, oh, the songs might not have been as good or might not have been that great, but with that. Them ad libs in there and all that extra, it's like okay.
Filled the song up.
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
can't just have one player. You might need a bass player. You got an acoustic player, you might need a bass player, electric guitar player, you need a bass player too. You got to have all the elements of the band. You can't just have certain pieces. So whatever you got in that song, that's what you need when you get on
literally
stage.
have to have all
Yeah,
of
you
them
got to
to
have
bring
all
the-
that.
Wow.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard for you to be like, when you chasing, you know what I'm saying, chasing, it's hard for you to be like, dang, nah, I can't come do this show, or you know how to get in contact with the person. You got the contact right then. Boom, hit them up, get on the show. But you might not be ready. You know what I'm
'Cause you have
saying?
to put all those other elements
Yeah.
together first.
But that's why you got to prepare. You know what I'm saying? So when you
Stay
got
ready. You ain't got to
yeah,
get ready.
exactly,
That's what they say.
exactly. So I'm in a mode now where I ain't even gonna say. I'm gonna let you ask your questions. I'm probably gonna say something that you might be
gonna
asking
ask
later.
you?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm
Where did you come up with the idea for Rock and B?
Rock and B, because I always like rock music. I feel like Michael Jackson is rock. You know what I'm saying? They call
Yeah,
him the
for
king
sure.
of pop, but I feel like he was rock. And I feel like for me personally, I always chased that rock star type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I felt like that's what appealed mostly, you know what I'm saying, to me. And then my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole rock star lifestyle might not make it. That was really my lifestyle, you know.
Okay.
It's a little different now. Like now I'm not living to not make it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was
Living to not make
yeah,
it.
living to not make it, like living for the day and not even caring if tomorrow comes
Oh,
or not.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like just you don't
Have you
care
heard
when you
somebody
go.
else say that?
What?
Living
Yeah.
to not make it?
Living to not make it.
Or did
Nah.
you just say that right now?
Nah, I just said that right now because it's the
You should
same thing.
coin this phrase.
It's the same
Living
thing
to
though.
not make it is
It's
crazy.
well, it's the same as rock star lifestyle might not make it,
Yeah.
but yeah, living to not make it. Yeah, like I feel like, and I just say it because I was talking to somebody about this, a younger person about this recently. He was talking about how he wanted to change his life and everything, and I was just telling him like I remember when I was younger, like I didn't care about dying, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I lived forever, you know, at one point in time. And then at one point in time I didn't care. And we used to say stuff like, I don't care where I go. I know I'm gonna burn up when I go. But you know, now it's like when I think back on there, like, wow, that's crazy to not even care. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm a spiritual person.
I think my actions probably showed I didn't care, but
Yeah.
I always cared.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the stuff I was doing didn't
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you consciously didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't. It's like, nah. When I go, that's where I'm going. So when you got that type of mindset, like I'm gonna burn when I go, it's like you be like, shit. It don't nothing matter. Like you live your life on the edge because you don't care.
So
You know
what
what I'm
advice
saying?
did you give to the friend or the person?
I
you had
just
that
told him
conversation?
like I just knew where he was at because he was saying he was scared to go to hell. You know, I consider myself a spiritual person, so I'm not gonna get into religion. But what I will say is that it's a 50-50 thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still growing and learning on whether it's real or not. But if it's real, hell no, I don't want to go to hell. But he
Yeah,
was
for
just
sure.
saying he didn't want to go to hell, and I was thinking like, man, I remember when I didn't care if I went or not, or whether it was I didn't care at all. Like I was just, you know, it's like when you a child, and that was like my early 20s and teenage years. But when you a child, and like you look at children and they don't have like the conscience isn't really there, it's still
Mhm.
developing. They'll do anything they want. You be like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But when you growing up young, wild, and free, like they taught us, you know what I'm saying, like the song, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? But my father told me something. He said they gave us a myth. The myth was that we would be young forever.
I was never told that
You know.
or ever heard it.
Well, I'm saying that's what society teaches us, and we take that based off certain. All right, so for instance, that so what we get drunk, so what we get, you know.
Oh, okay.
So when that song came out, me and my friends we was living like that, like you know we don't care. You're right, we young, wild, and free. Not thinking about the future, not thinking
Yeah.
about like this shit ain't finna last forever.
Right.
You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
Right. Taught more so to live in the moment. Than
Yeah,
to
yeah,
actually plan
yeah.
for the
But
future.
nah, that shit ain't. You do gotta live, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Not wasting life and wasting time. I had, I was thinking, talking to somebody recently. We was like, dang, we had like at one point in time like a 3 year party for 3 years. That's all we did
Just party.
for 3 years, and that's crazy.
That's
But that's the type
extremely
of stuff
crazy.
you do when you don't. I ain't gonna say you don't know, but when you just get out there and get lost. I say that.
Okay. This episode of a listening session with Pure Honey is brought to you by GYSRF. Get you some rich friends, located in South Lake Mall in Morrow, Georgia. Rock and B. Is it a blend, literally?
Rock and B is a blend of R&B, rock, hip hop, country, everything all in one,
Okay.
and it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
So, you know, not a young, wild, and free lifestyle, just a turned up lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your turn up is.
All right. Okay. Is there a difference? Is there a big difference between the person you are and the artist that you're portrayed as?
Everything is perception. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
Your perception of the
yeah, yeah, it's a difference now. Before, nah, it was the same person, but now, yeah, it's a difference
elaborate.
because now I'm not living the way that I was. So certain things that I used to talk about, um, certain things I did before, I don't do them now. So it's a difference. So now, like most of the time I'm just telling a story
Okay.
versus before I was talking about what I was living at the moment, if
Okay.
that makes sense. So once I get all these stories out, I'll be able to talk about what I'm doing now, but I got to get these stories out. So yeah, it's a difference.
So
I'm
what
not.
about for the spectators or fans? Do you think if they were to meet you at a McDonald's,
Mhm.
would they still get the same essence as if they met you coming off a stage at a performance?
Nah, at the McDonald's, they'd probably love me more. Not coming off the stage of the performance because I probably seem like I'm antisocial or I don't really want to talk because when I perform, I'm in like a zone. I go into a zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my zone,
Mm-hmm.
and then it be hot in the mug. Like for most of the spots I'm doing now, it be hot. You be sweating, and so when I get done, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to go outside and breathe. And on top of that, before you get in your zone, when you just warming up, when you get up there, it's all that, it's the rush and the butterflies and everything, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like, it's like, let me breathe. And then after I breathe, then I go talk to people a little bit, but then I'm gone.
Oh, out of there.
Yeah, I'm out of there. I'm not finna stay and sit there all day and,
Yeah.
cause, yeah, I mean, I'm not, um, exactly where I want to be at, but I still got some people to be a little weird. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So,
You want to talk about that?
what the weird stuff?
Yeah.
I don't want to offend nobody.
I mean, we don't have to. I definitely
You know
don't.
what I'm
You don't have to name
saying?
anyone, but
Yeah,
just
but
what
I
things
don't.
do you
Yeah, I
find
don't.
that are
Yeah,
weird that are or that have happened
just
in these?
people. Just people. It's okay to show somebody love, but some people show a little bit too much love.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Without me going, if I go into detail, then people gonna know who the, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
And then, yeah, people just be,
Just connecting with all the energies.
yeah, and then people will be places you be, and you wonder how they got there, and just weird stuff. It'd be some
Okay,
weird stuff, you know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
So, because for some people, you might look at it like, oh, I'm just performing these clubs locally. I might do a show here or there out of town, and I'm just doing this, and that's that. I'm still trying to get somewhere, but for some people, they might look at you like you are already that, and they
Yeah,
watch every single thing that you do every single day.
yeah,
A lot of them streams or views you might be getting, that might be that person,
yeah.
and they'll come to a show and they don't even like. It's just yeah, but I appreciate support. But yeah, some stuff be some stuff be weird. So that's part of the reason too. Well,
Okay.
I get into that later. That's part of the reason why I'm moving different now than what I was.
All right. I feel like for me, I'm totally different than my music. But I think that people hear the music because I haven't done everything that's in my music, but I know somebody that has. So
Yeah.
I just piece
So
together different pieces, and
yeah,
some
yeah,
one verse might be
yeah,
about me, and the other one
yeah,
could be from somebody else's
yeah,
perspective, and I just put it all
yeah,
together and speak from the first person point of view
yeah,
because that's how I'm conveying it to the
yeah,
listeners. But if you meet me somewhere else, I don't even want to talk. I don't even
yeah,
make eye contact
yeah,
when I'm out anymore. I literally just stay tunnel vision,
yeah.
focused on wherever I'm going, doing whatever I'm doing. I'm I'm shut off as far as connecting with people.
I mean, that's an artist though. What you do is that's an artist because I know of a big comedian and from what I know about him, say he could be sitting in the room, people be having conversations. He'd get on stage and do his material, but maybe like 30% of the show it'd be based off stuff that he just seen that night. He'd sit back and just observe and just watch. So for you to say that some of it you might not experience, but if
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
that's a true artist. So
Oh, okay.
that's super dope.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, like the most I do that'll be in this interview or in interviews is when I mention somebody but then mention the person name when I was talking to them. But in my music, I don't really do that. It might be something for me to think about, but I don't really do that.
You don't? What do you mean?
Like I don't really like give no stories from my interactions.
Why?
I ain't never thought to do it. until
That's
now.
all my music is about.
Nah, I'm saying I ain't never thought to do it till now. That's what I'm saying. I ain't
That's
think
what
about it.
people
I didn't think about
need.
that. Yeah, no, you're right. Cause
That's
it
what
can't
they
just be
looking
my
for.
story. You know what I'm saying? It got to be history too. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's I ain't never thought about that. You
Yeah,
just gave me something.
I literally have songs where I mean, especially the raunchy ones where I'm just like talking shit and just, you know, freaked out and stuff.
I ain't gonna
That
lie
stuff
though. For
ain't
dudes though, when we hear that type of stuff, we be like, dang, she
that's
really like
yeah,
that.
you think that's the
Yeah, that we
girl.
be in our head like
No.
yeah, and then
No.
you
I
meet
mean,
the,
of course, everybody has their freaky side or whatever the case may be, but I have
yeah,
in my music
yeah,
where I'm speaking like
yeah,
it's me, but
yeah,
it's really
yeah,
something I know somebody else has done
yeah,
or experienced or whatever.
yeah,
So I, you know, that's the only way to tell all the
yeah,
stories that need to be told
yeah,
because I'm leaving stuff out. So you definitely have to start.
yeah. Nah, you
Yeah,
right.
and then those people, a lot of those situations, some people ain't here no more to tell their story.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
right.
And so that encounter you had with them, you know, that'll be a new piece of information or whatever for the listener. So,
Yeah.
is mixing business and pleasure wrong?
Hmm. Yeah, I say yes and no. It just depends on who you dealing with. Cause some people can separate the two. Like you got business and pleasure, and then when it comes to business, like this business, like I know we into it, we gonna handle that when we get done, but we gonna take care of this business. But yeah, it just depends on who you dealing with. Some people you can't do it. Some people they just gonna act a fool. Some people ready to crash out. They don't care what they lose.
Right,
So
for sure.
it's just like business and friends. You know what I'm saying? You can't always do business when it come to friends unless they business minded and they really on that like the same thing. Yeah, if they like this business, so boom. But yeah,
One of my closest friends is a singer. She raps too.
Mhm.
But I always, when I first started doing music, I felt like, girl, we need to,
Yeah,
man, she's
yeah,
beautiful. We
yeah,
both have the same talents.
yeah,
Like, but she was always so reserved. She was not with it. And her reason was because she didn't want something to happen within the business that messed up our friendship. So now I respect it a lot
yeah.
more.
That's real.
Yeah. But as far as a personal aspect, I like mixing business and pleasure. I'm not gonna lie. If as far as like in a personal sense, you know, as long as I respect the man,
Yeah,
it only gets more intense. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? Because I respect him. So
yeah,
seeing him do
yeah,
his business,
hmm
it just increases that and
hmm
it's a turn on for me,
yeah,
honestly. But the downside of
yeah,
it, I mean, I've had it backfire on me.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not the one that makes
hmm
it, you know, that handles it inappropriately. I've had it backfire against me in the business setting, actually,
hmm
to where it was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah,
So I guess it can go either
yeah.
way depending on
The
who you're
person.
working with
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just their temperament at that
hmm
time because it's very unpredictable. So I can see why they say you shouldn't mix it, but I think it's doable.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about your relationship with your dad.
My relationship with my father
Yes.
now is good. You know what I'm saying? But it was rocky growing up because I was defiant. You know what I'm saying? And it took for me to become a man and look in the mirror and see him and realize I was him for me to um, realize where I was wrong at. He was like, man, he hard on me. He was really trying to help me. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking he was mean and he was this and he was that. But yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I remember he used to tell me, Tony, this world chews up black men and spits them out. And then he
Oh.
used to tell me, like, some people they give up. You look at them and he's like, it's like somebody turned the light switch off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And he just gave me the real. You know what I'm saying? Now I see all the. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like my uncle told me, as you get older, it's not about who got the most money and who got this and who got that. It's about can you last? Because most people don't last. They turn to drugs. They turn to different things. You know what I'm saying? Because life is hard.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But when you built for it, you just go through it. When we was in, I don't know if you did this, but when we was in grade school. I'll never forget this, and I started thinking about it and applying it like to life now. Like, damn, they was teaching us this shit. It was a game, and it was like the game. It was like a cave or something like that, and it was like you can't go around it, you can't go over it, you got to go through it. And I think it was like a bear in the cave or something like that. And so that's life. When the
Yeah.
things come and the obstacles come, you can't go around. You can't. You got to go
You
through
have
it.
to go. Yeah.
And go ahead.
Go ahead.
But I was wondering. Like, I used to be thinking like, this game is stupid. I'm tired. Like, why is we playing this? But now it was like, oh, I don't know if that was just my teacher or not. But now it was like, she was giving us jewels then. You know what I'm saying, for life. And now I look at it like, shoot, some stuff I be trying to take an easy way out. But then my mama might text me and be like, God got you and yada, 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 and stay strong. And it's like, man, I don't want to be strong. You know what I'm saying? I rather take the easy way. But it's like, if I be strong and I just go through it and I deal with it, I'm going to feel more accomplished. It's such a better feeling, you know what I'm saying? But all through life, I took shortcuts, and I feel like not even just as black people, but just as people that don't come from, that was born without a silver spoon, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we grow up. You know what I'm saying? People putting bills and stuff in the kids' names, or back in the day, you pay to do $60 and he's stealing the neighbor's cable so y'all can get cable. Or we grow up having to take shortcuts or seeing our parents take shortcuts. So when we see that, automatically you start to take them shortcuts too. But then a lot of times, one thing you got to look at, like what my father taught me or told me was, shoot, he was growing up too with me. It was a learning process, you know what I'm saying?
When
I moved, yeah, because I was his first kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, living with him, like, so he had to just learn as he went, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at your parents, regardless of what age they was, you know what I'm saying, no matter what experience they got from their parents, you know what I'm saying, they had to learn, you know what I'm saying? So
how has your relationship with your dad affected your adult life?
um, it's helped me, it's given me strength when I ain't had none. Like, I call my father, and he just know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them people that just know what to say. But now that I'm getting older, though, sometimes he'll tell me, you got to go to God with that. He might not tell me. I got to figure it out on my own. Because he ain't going to always be here,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
How you feel about that?
What?
I know I've been thinking a lot about if something happened to one of my parents. I still got both of them.
Yeah. My bad, I dropped some. But, no, how I feel about that is it's just like I know I got to learn some stuff on my own. I can't always ask questions, and it helps build my relationship with God. Because I consider myself a spiritual person, but I do believe in God.
Okay.
You know.
What up, what up, what up? This is Rich Mo, General Manager at Black Ink Radio. You tuned into a listening session with Pure Honey. We got Black Ink Brooklyn, Black Ink Atlanta, Black Ink Jersey, and Black Period. Remember, black is the absorption of all colors. Since all colors make up black, hence the term Black Period. Download that app in the App
So,
Store. Get in tune.
what's
Let's
the best
go.
thing someone can do if they want to collaborate with you?
Shoot. Just reach out. You know what I'm saying?
I knew that would be your answer. I literally knew.
Nah, they can reach out and it's gotta make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do be getting paid for features, so but I be working with people, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always about the money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them people too. If I like the song, I do it. So
just reach out and make sure that it makes sense. What does make sense mean?
the business gotta be right. I'm gonna have to get paid for my time. You know what I'm saying? I can't just go and be like, oh, they want to feature, I'm gonna go do it, and I'm gonna go in the studio and I'm gonna record it, and all this stuff. Time is money. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, yeah.
I had a guy hit me up probably 2 months ago and told me that he needed a female singer for a song. So I'm like, okay, send me what you got. So he sent me a beat and told me to come up with the hook.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Right, ain't no
You?
concept of nothing. Like, what you want?
So you want me
Yeah,
to create the song basically, so
yeah,
you can have something to play off of. So at that point, I
yeah.
feel that's what I'm a songwriter. I'm not a singer, a rapper, none of that. I'm a songwriter. People just don't know that because they see me performing and whatever the case may be. But that's really what I do is write music. So for me, that was like I'm
Yeah.
just creating a brand new song just to hand over to you for
Yeah.
what? That's not what you
That's gonna be a
initially.
fee right there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But he wasn't. That's not what he was on.
Yeah.
He never mentioned
Oh,
the bread.
oh
You try to get me to
yeah.
to come up with a
Yeah, get
song
out
for
of here.
you.
Right, right.
No, sir. No, no. So yeah, a lot of people don't be up on the business.
They can run off with it, do whatever. You know
Just
what I'm
gone.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So just reach out and make sure that it makes
That makes sense. Just know what you're
Okay.
talking about, and we gotta talk splits, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's a lot of stuff I didn't know that I learned. It's a show. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Aretha Franklin. She got a show. It's like it might be a mini series.
Hmm.
I learned 75% of what I know about the music business now from that show.
Interesting.
Um, Maybe 60, and I got the rest when I went and did some research after watching that though. So I give everybody any artist advice: go and watch that. Watch her movie. Watch her. You see her struggles, the trials, the tribulations, everything that we deal with as artists, relationships, all the kids, everything. Um, because again, I didn't know that if I go and I tell you, hey, I got this song, I got this beat. How the beat go? The beat go ba boom, ba boom, and now you go and you press the buttons that I don't know how to press, and you make ba boom. I'm fifty
I
percent.
still made it.
I'm 50% on that. Yeah, as a
Yeah.
producer, and you the other 50. But most artists don't do that. And then also, when I come in your studio, I'm gonna hand you this contract that says work for hire. If you the audio engineer that says work for hire, and you're being paid specifically to press record and to punch me in where I tell you to, and that's it. You gonna sign that, and I'm gonna sign that. Because if not, then you could easily start saying you own the masters to my music,
Interesting.
and you could take me to court.
And then I also, one of my business partners up in New York was talking about how if you don't know what the master version looks like, that most of the time they're not sending you the master version of your music. They just sending you just the straight up file from whatever
Yeah,
they just recorded, but
yeah.
they're not sending you
Yeah, all
the
the stems
masters.
and everything, the
Yep.
song broken down as rawest form. Yeah.
Hmm. Yep. What can your listeners be looking out for coming from you next?
I'm dropping the EP next. I'm gonna do a listening party and all that release party. Um, we in November right now. I'm looking at like January, February. Might be sooner. You know what I'm saying? But I say January at the earliest. I'm gonna drop a single though
From the
from the
album.
EP,
Okay.
a single or two before it drop. You know what I'm saying? But that'll be next. But right now, um, I'm just juggling between titles on what I want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's the thing right now.
Why are you juggling?
Because I want this gonna be like the best body of work that I put out, and I ain't even put out that like I put out a lot of singles, but I haven't put out that many projects. I got EOM when I was rapping. That stands for Evolution of a Man. I dropped that in 2017, 18 or something. And then I dropped a EP a year or two ago. Didn't name it, and I just dropped it. I didn't even. A lot of people didn't hear it because I didn't put it on the streaming platform. I just put it on YouTube
Okay.
just for the people that really mess with me. Um, and other than that, I just been dropping singles, but yeah, it just gotta make sense. EOM when I dropped that was a mixtape that made sense because it was Evolution of a Man, and I was going through my process of becoming a man. I'm still developing as a man. It's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it just got to make sense. And yeah, it got to make
So
sense.
is the music on the album related to one aspect of your life or experiences in particular?
Um, it's a mixture of everything. Just well, one title I thought about was "Growing Pains." So just having to, grow and separate yourself from certain friends and certain things. You know what I'm saying? So one
Yeah.
song, it's a snippet. Yeah, they can look at my Instagram page. I got a snippet, "Growing Pains" and "Whiskey and Tequila." I put snippets of them up. But yeah, the growing pains, man, just cutting people off, like, you know,
Out of there.
yeah, like because some people they don't. A guy told me today, matter of fact, he was like, man, some people on the mission, some people just don't give a fuck.
Right.
And yeah, it was weird because we just met and he was telling me that, and that's what it is. And you are who you hang around.
I I don't think a lot of people have done I don't think enough people sit in accountability enough to fully learn themselves and who they are to where they get to that point where they can live their purpose, you know, because it got to start with what's wrong with me? What are my flaws? Where do I
Mhm.
go wrong in life? But so many people are just so against that. Like it's the
Yeah,
worst thing in the world. They would
yeah,
never take any
yeah.
accountability. So they get stuck right there, if you ask me. That's just
No,
that
it's
person
facts.
that they are is
Yeah,
who they are.
yeah,
And
and
that's
that's it.
just,
That's it.
and
Yeah,
those are the people that I have been finding myself having to leave behind because
yeah, me too.
I
Yeah,
do the accountability thing on a regular.
yeah,
I feel like my
and
whole life I've been. That's the reason for this show,
mhm,
is because I feel like I've always been misunderstood. My
mhm,
actions never really matched up with how I felt inside. So I had to figure out, like, why do people say I'm mean, or why do they act this way towards me, or why do they think I'm, not
mhm,
a good person? And
mhm,
it would be because of stuff I physically actually did,
mhm.
but that wasn't how I was actually feeling on the
Yeah,
inside. So once I learned that, I learned to be more
mhm,
vulnerable
mhm,
with my feelings and make sure my actions match up for what you will see.
mhm,
Because if you hurt my feelings, it really angers me, So I
mhm.
would be ready to fight, or you know what I'm saying? But the whole
Yeah,
time I'm really hurt inside.
yeah, yeah.
So it was people from my past that felt like I never gave a damn about
Mhm,
them
mhm,
because of, I lashed out. And it's like, nah, yeah, I did.
yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I was, so once I learned I had to do better with that and just really like take accountability
Yeah.
for the way people perceive me, I changed up my actions and reactions to certain things. And like I said, most people that I was around at those low vibrational points in my life, they have not done that. So they don't know why they're here. They
Yeah.
just living day to day, and I have a real purpose. So that was why I created this platform, was for people to be understood,
Mhm.
because I felt like I'm always been misunderstood.
Man, you know what? I say this in reference to that. I got into a point where it's people I tried to make amends with who I might have did some wrong to or whatnot, and I took accountability for it. And some people sometimes, and this is something I want people to hear, sometimes when you try to go do that, people don't accept it.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
the fact that you tried, that's it.
That's the
Once you
yeah.
did that, you move on.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
you
not
can't
for
let that
them that
weigh
you're
on.
doing it.
Yeah, you can't let that weigh on
Plus,
you.
those people are content feeling like you were the worst
Yeah,
version
yeah,
of yourself, because that leaves them feeling like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
somewhat
And they
better than
wanted to be
you.
in that mode with you anyway.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah,
already, that's
yeah.
how they
They was
felt.
just
So
want somebody
whenever,
just waiting on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
So we got the album to look forward to. It's untitled at this
you know
point.
what? I might just call it. I'm gonna call it growing pains. I'm gonna call
You
it
gonna
growing
go with
pains.
Growing
Yeah, I'm gonna
Pains?
go with growing
All
pains.
right, you heard it here
Yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah.
Growing Pains. And how many songs?
5 songs.
Okay.
Trying to think of all of them. I literally just remember. I just remember today riding the car. One of the songs that I made, and I didn't even remember that I made it.
That's on the album.
That's going on there, yeah. And it's I think it's hard. It's like a bop, but it's deep at the same time. But it's.
Well, it's been a pleasure
Thank you,
speaking with you.
thank you.
You let everybody
Likewise.
know where they can find you.
All social media platforms. Tony Carpenter.
So
Tony
simple.
Carpenter. Yeah, yeah. Carpenter like a carpenter.
All right. And if you had to give a piece of advice to any of your fans or listeners, what would that be?
Man, go and stream my music. Go stream
That
my
is
music.
not advice, Tony.
Give them some advice. That was some
That's
advice.
literally what
You saying some advice to help them?
The advice
Advice
is
to help
go
them?
stream my music.
Advice I would give is do something positive every day. You know what I'm saying? To make a change, do one positive thing every day. It ain't gotta be giving nobody nothing financially. Just give somebody something. Just words of wisdom, encouragement. Forgive, love every day, and then also learn to take your heart out of situations and think with your mind. That's what.
Did I tell you that's what I feel like started saving my life?
What, taking your heart out of situations?
Yeah, after being in a highly narcissistic relationship for a while, I realized that I was kind of forced into it by not going with how I was feeling, and I just let somebody kind of tell me what to do, and I just did it to please them.
Yeah, because you're a giver.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying? When you a giver, you gotta protect your heart because you be giving, they be taking full advantage.
Full advantage.
You gotta.
But at the end of it, when I was ready to leave, my friends kind of brought me out of it. Like, girl, what's wrong with you? You don't come out no more. You don't do this. And it might seem like the smallest thing for them to be trying to get me to come out, but it started making me like, dang, when was the last time I was out? When was the last time?
You stopped being yourself.
I was just a robot. And so I realized after that situation, I almost died. Like, this person tried to, like, stab me up leaving out of the situation.
That's
like,
scary.
It's crazy. But after that, I decided I have to go with my mind. If it doesn't make logical sense why I'm dealing with or interacting in whatever situation, I'm out of there. I don't care how I feel about you, what I thought, what I wanted, none of that. If it doesn't make sense in my head that, okay, this, because that will help you break down, okay, this person has my back or this person, your brain ain't going to let you down. It's always working even when you're not. I'm in school for psychology right now. So, that thing is going to help you make decisions that you are not even really aware of. So, that's a key element. Well, I'm glad you came through.
Me too. This was a good interview.
Thanks. I still have some music that I want us to work on too.
I'm down to do that for sure.
All right. Well, y'all, this has been another listening session with Pure Honey, wrapping up tonight with Tony Carpenter.
Some things I reflect on is not candid. In the streets when I did not have to be rampant. Stood alone, that's why they can't stand it. But that's why I stand here saying it. Got tired of standstills praying it, but ineffective when conveying it. Honey ain't getting no money, she ain't really on none. She ain't got no goals, She ain't worried about Isaiah. Nigga think she player, she ain't really turning up in no shows. She ain't really from the Ville, but she claim Westchester. What school she go to? Ewing Park, my stomping grounds. Little nigga, I'm a boss, big dog, just worry about you.